Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. This card is drawn. Now you can probably see with the hammock there, it's not quite great. A daughter of a friend had a little baby and I wanted to make something a bit special. This image was taken off Pinterest. I will leave the link down below. The person just had the images. There was nothing there. And certainly nothing to where to buy it. So I'm not selling this card. So, you know, there's not much of a problem. But I will leave a link down below to her Pinterest. I don't know whether they drew it or where it came from because there's legit there's no information there whatsoever. So full disclosure, it's drawn. The person had a little baby girl, and so she had to sort of be these pink colors. The leaves are going to be a combination. We've got G46, 43 and 40. And then I've brought in a couple other colours, which I'm doing now, which is BG96, G85 and G2082 for just a little bit of a variation between the two leaf colours. Because you're going to get that. So, you know, that's what I decided to do. There was a little bit of, it was a little bit hard to draw because I'm not that much of a big drawer. Like I've drawn this, yes, but it's not something I do very often whatsoever. But as I said, this is not for sale. This is for someone, a friend of a friend, and be nice because I tried very hard to make sure that it was no copyrights or anything, and if she had a digital image of this, I would have bought it. The wood, I'm keeping the colours really, really straightforward and simple. So the wood that we've got here is E47, 43, and we're going to get down to 41. I'm just trying to give a little bit of texture, so we're going to add some lines here and there in the middle of the panel with a piece of wood, and I'm trying not to go too hard. We've got E44 as well. I didn't write that down, but E44 as well. So basically I'm trying to blend these all down without taking the texture completely away. So I'm trying to give I thought about doing this as a no line coloring, but that was just going to be a little bit too hard. So I'm trying to give the image some circular movement. So I'm trying to give a little bit of darkness around the top and the bottom, a lighter color in the middle, the highlight through the middle. There is lots of tweaks and little bits and pieces. Honestly, there's not much holding this baby up, but we're going with it. The small little panels, I'm not going to fuss with it too much, honestly. We're just going to try and keep it with the E57 and 44. Her hair, she's going to be a little blonde baby. So we're using similar colours, but we're not going to go out quite so dark. So we've got a little tiny bit of E44 down to E43 and E41. We're just trying to give her a little bit of highlight and a little bit of texture. Pretty straightforward. Next, we're going to do basically all the pink. There's going to be forms of the pink. With the hammock, we've got RV95. We've got 34 there, but we've got 95, 34 and 32. And that's going to be the whole hammock. I'm following with the thought that there's just going to be some movement, some crimples, crunches, crumple. What do we call it? What are we going to call it? Creases? Not really creases. Bumps. There's going to be some bumps in the hammock, especially like after underneath its little bottom and from where it sort of goes from being collected. So we're just going to work our way down from the E95, and then I've left a little bit of a highlight, and we're going to go back in with all of our colours, and then at the very end so we're just deepening the highlight. At the very end I'm going to come across the whole thing. So right in the middle there, basically there's only one layer of the colour. The other thing that we're going to do in this combination is the flowers. I don't know what flowers they're meant to be, but I just tried to draw them the best of my ability, and they weren't very clear. They weren't very clear of what they were, but they're just flowers and they're pretty, and that's all there is to it. I think in quite a few places I actually I don't think I lost the footage. I think what happened was I got too excited and too carried away with what I was doing. The baby's skin is pretty much my standard go-to colours, and they are E04, E11 and O1 and 000. The baby itself, I'm going to add another colour to make it a little bit darker, to give it a little bit more depth. So we've got RV99, and I'm only using a little tiny bit of that. So we've got RV99, RV95, RV34, and then down to 32. The bow is going to be basically the same colour. The same. See, I'm just coming in now with a little bit of deeper colour just in a few select spots. And we'll just blend that out a little bit. The same thing with, is it a bow? It's not really, it's more a combination of bows. They are pretty small, but I really wanted to make sure I had the definition between each little bowy bit. That's what we're just going to call it. It's just like a little bowy thing. We're going to keep this, I'm going to keep this card pretty straightforward it's not going to be matted. It's not going to be laid up or anything like that. The card it's going on the base card as is. The only thing I'm going to add, I had my favorite things sentiment words. The stamp set last time I used it I couldn't find it anywhere, but anything will do. I used it for the sizing. So we've got essential sentiments. Now a lot of the essential sentiments that I see are very capitals, caps lock, whereas this is just got a beautiful scripty thing. I'll probably never get rid of it because I just love it. And I'm just going to stamp that down. This is another part that I forgot to press play. I'm just going to stamp that down in the bottom right hand corner, and that's it. That's all we're doing with this card. Now I ummed and ahed about posting this, but I wanted to show you and share with you the colour combinations and the colouring that we do, because that's what I do. Okay, so this is where we're just going to matte layer this. We're just going to put it straight on the card. We're not going to trim it down. We're not going to do anything. And this is our little essential sentiments. And there's a cute little congratulations. And there you go, it's stamped. I told you. That's my card for today. I hope you are well, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.